And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking. Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and with me tonight, Grant Hill and Tim Legler. And down on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Ingram, the 3, with Barnes, the 4. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Grady Dick, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, down low. The shot by Ingram, no good. And going back to high school in North Carolina, 4 state championships for Brandon Ingram, Tim.
Yeah, Brian, he made a name for himself early as the number 2 pick in 2016. He was an all-star and then most improved in 2020. The question is, can he get back to winning at the highest level?
Lets it go from deep. And Halliburton with the basket. And the assist by Nembhard.
What a release. Halliburton getting rid of it.
Outside Dick.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the first. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Grant.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
Outside Nesmith. Nembhard outside. Clock at 6. Siakam for 3. Rebound Toronto. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. As far as Brandon Ingram goes, Coach believes that space is the key. He told me, quote, if we can close the gap, there aren't as many tools that he can go to, especially if we have a second defender to throw an occasional arm out. Percentages drop quite a bit in those cases. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Nembhard. Toronto making their last shot. There's the 3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. For Toronto, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Dick with a miss. Indiana's gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Inside. Outside for Halliburton. And it's all from 3-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Now Pirtle. He did not look good in their loss to the Cavaliers the other night. Here's Ingram. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Nesmith. Great positioning on the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Pacers out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
Pascal Siakam out there with Toppin. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Jones in at the 2-guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
Barrett with it. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Mobo. Back to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shed. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Indiana leading. Snatched away. Going all the way to the rack. Floats one up. Great D that time from McConnell.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And they say you never want to get stuck in the middle. But the Raptors are in the middle, Tim. What's the plan?
Well, B.A., they're still very young, and they do have some playoff potential. I think making a trade for Brandon Ingram tells you what you need to know. They wanted to be aggressive because the East feels wide open.
Got it.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Well, he saw the opportunity, and he went for it. I love his competitiveness.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Jackson, he's checked in for Toppin. Neesmith comes in for Matherin. Nimhart, he's checked in for Shepard. And Tyrese Halliburton subbed in for McConnell. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Outside Dick. Toronto passing it around. Barnes finds Dick. Barrett against Nimhart. 5 on the clock. Toronto needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Pirtle with the bucket.
And this is where Pirtle has great value to his team. Offensive rebound. He's just hanging around the glass.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Pirtle with a screen on Nimhart. To the paint. And Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Barrett. Pirtle's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a pick-and-roll partner, Pirtle is a good man to call on.
Pass to Jackson. Here's Halliburton. Takes the three. Another missed shot. He's 1 of 5. Looking shaky out there. Here's Ingram. Shoots over Neesmith. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
For as bad as they've been inside, I can't believe it's this close. I hope coach is letting them know. No points in the paint, no W.
Says the man who only got points in the paint. But then again, 4 rings don't lie, big fella.
Thank you, Ernie.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Pistons, this is a chance to show what they could do. Beating the top team in the East obviously would be huge for them, but it won't be easy. They'll have to play at an elite level to do it.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Dick is out there with Emmanuel quickly, and it's Ingram in at the 3.
Using focus and balance to convert jumpers, wow. Siakam has really improved his shooting.
Ingram finds Pirtle. Outside Ingram for the lead. Indiana with a rebound. Siakam's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Think about the Raptors last season trading for Brandon Ingram, signing him to a 3-year, $120 million extension tag.
And B.A., I think that tells you all you need to know. That's a sign they're retooling rather than rebuilding. Not long after trading away Siakam and Anunoby and letting Van Vliet walk, they are back in buyer's mode.
Trying to get back to their championship form of 2019.
Top-tier organization trying to stay competitive.
Now here's Nesmith. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. A clear look for Nembhard. Gets rebounded by Dick.
Now that was a breakdown defensively, but he couldn't take advantage.
Pass to Pirtle. Nesmith brings a double. Now here's Barnes. Now here's Quickly, defended by Halliburton. And here's Barnes for the lead. The rebound by Nesmith. Here's Halliburton. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Halliburton's got 5.
Silky smooth with the mid-range, Jay. Halliburton practices these types of shots all the time.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Bradley, he's checked in for Jackson. Toppin comes in for Siakam. Matherin's checked in for Nesmith. And it's McConnell in for Nembhard. Toronto also changing it up. Mobo comes in for Pirtle. And it's R.J. Barrett in for Brandon Ingram. Indiana on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Matherin against Barrett. Matherin with some nice D.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Pass to Halliburton. Launches it. It's rebounded by Barrett.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Dick gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Halliburton outside. Lets it fly. Nails the wide open jumper. Halliburton's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Pacers up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Halliburton and Nembhard make up the backcourt. Siakam and Jackson playing together in the front court. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Halliburton outside. Here's Siakam. Halliburton outside. He's off from 3. The Raptors shooting poorly, just 30% so far. Outside Ingram. To take the lead.
And when it comes to generating offense, Ingram is the real deal.
First team foul. At the line for the Raptors, Brandon Ingram. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Well, he is such a unique player when we talk about Brandon Ingram. 6'8", an elite scorer. He can initiate offense with the pass. He just does a lot of different things to help you win.
Both free throws good from Ingram.
Yeah, a lot of pressure in this situation. Not easy to convert those free throws.
Siakam outside. From deep. Hurdle rips down the board. Here's Toronto now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Ingram! Oh, can't hit the jumper. For Indiana, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Siakam outside. Now Halliburton from downtown. Oh, you got to guard Halliburton from there.
Important points. Tyrese Halliburton, always ready to take the big one.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys.
Indiana Casemates crowd, give it up for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Outside Barnes. Now quickly. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Great awareness to beat the clock.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Siakam against Barnes. From 7. Hurdle rips down the board. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Well, that was a big spot, and Pirtle was not afraid of the moment.
It's all come down to this one critical possession.
And B.A., you can feel the intensity in this arena.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Here's Barnes, and they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Toronto, Scotty Barnes. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. And if they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Keep that energy going.
Crucial trip up the floor.
Absolutely. It's a huge moment.
Hurdle rips down the board. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Shooting for Toronto, Brandon Ingram, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He snuffs out any comeback hopes with an impressive performance at the line.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Raptors, Emmanuel quickly taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. And so Toronto takes the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Tim Legler, Ali LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. We'll see you later.